Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Mac Jones and the Denver Broncos taking on Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks.
Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Straight ahead, a rematch of Super Bowl 48, and it should be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
After what we saw last week, over 400 yards passing, the obvious thing is to go talk to him. I want to talk to his receivers, and boy, were they enthusiastic about what happened then, and they can't wait for this week's game.
He was hitting them outside, over the middle, everywhere, and for his efforts, of course, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Jones looking to throw it on the first play. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. And I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now Jones. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 11 catches, a trip to the end zone to go along with 118 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down. His throw incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing Jones. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be brought out by a man who spent 3 years in a Broncos uniform, 1 as the starter, and now he goes against them. It's Drew Lock. Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Lock gets ready to go at their own 27. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week: 17 carries, 91 yards.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done. Could be his biggest week yet.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Block off of play action. On the move to his left. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Operating from the gun, Jones. He gets it to Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, That's been a really difficult thing to pull off, but so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Up the middle, Jones. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steps away. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A give to Williams, running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Locke rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down. Jones. Open man is Michael Thomas.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Tackled by Darrell Taylor. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Jones.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Open man here is Conklin.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 2nd down, Williams. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on 3rd down as a real key down in any drive, any situation, and they took full advantage of 3rd down there and made a play.
York able to send this one through.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where you see the final score there. Dalvin Cook, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Justin Fields leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. As folks, you'll see a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Cincinnati Bengals. In the game you're watching, it's been Drew Lock with a strong first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll buy some time right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now Jones on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones caught left side. Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. Jones now throwing on first down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. That's caught left side by Judy. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Michael Thomas with career touchdown number 70. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point by York is up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Well, the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Lock's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
An inside give to Jones. Room here to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Lock. They'll roll him out right. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Aaron Jones, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Jones. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Here's Jones.
On 1st and 10.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. They'll look to throw again.
He'll drop this down to Williams. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
York now for the extra point.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Play action. Now it's Locke. He finds his man. Complete. It's Tucker.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. Being chased out left.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Locke. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Derek Brown,
the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Escaping the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So the Broncos now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order.
This offense has had its troubles moving the ball all night. So now you get in this situation, hard to imagine that suddenly they're going to start clicking and moving the ball downfield.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Jones. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. He's going to let it fly. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. And that penalty will move the ball to the 1-yard line.
So difficult to cover a fade route, and you're talking about into the end zone, and sometimes you panic a little as a defender, and the offensive guys are really smart. Sometimes they jump back into you and create the contact.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Sutton.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Jones on first down. He's got it to Williams.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. High throw, but he makes the catch.
What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.